Hey guys, so I finally have a new video out, and just saying, Road to Completion Escape, I got all the footage for it already, but I had a problem with my mic, so I couldn't actually finish it. But since this video is technically a little more urgent, I'm gonna do this one first, and this video is gonna be about the September behind the scenes, and it's pretty weird because I haven't seen anyone else doing it. I guess it's because Moonshark has its 24-hour live stream, but I'm just gonna quickly go over it and give some of my opinions on the September behind the scenes. So thankfully we have 4 pieces of content that they're gonna release. So instead of having 4 weeks of School of Fortune updates, we're gonna be having 4 weeks of actual content. I mean, that's unbelievable for Jagex standards. So the first one is as they showed in their behind the scenes YouTube video, the God Wars dungeon update. And this is something that's pretty good because God Wars Dungeon, in my opinion, is what actually spawned big PvM. Sure, there were things like the Caliphite Queen or the Chaos Elemental before, but I think the God Wars Dungeon was what truly started off PvM because you could easily team. There was a variety of bosses. The drops were actually useful, and there was a sort of elitism to it because you had to get 70 in certain stats to be able to access the bosses. So I'm glad to see that God Wars is going to be getting a rework. So other than like an actual map reworks and graphical reworks, they're going to be adding the new drops that you're seeing in the comment beta, such as like the Bando's gloves and I guess the Bando's helmet, if I'm not mistaken. So it's actually surprising me because I thought that the stuff in the Evolution of Combat would be released all at once, but it's nice to see that Jagex is sort of giving it out a little bit, a little at a time, like I've been because I've been complaining about it being too big of a change, so that's good. Now the next week is something that um I think is awesome. So just starting off in Call of Duty, they have daily challenges which are like um, other than the normal challenges, there are some daily challenges which give a reasonable amount of XP, 1000, and they're something new and fresh to do every day. And RuneScape is introducing a challenge system for members, which is pretty awesome. So they don't really go into specifics, but I guess you just like play mini games, do a specific task, like in the current task diary, and you're going to be awarded with XP. So I mean, personally, that's really going to be helping me with Slayer because I'm still going to have to train about 3 million experience legitimately, and that's really something I'm not looking forward to. So the challenge system is going to be something good, and surprisingly, we're going to be getting 2 quests this month. They're going to be in the updated Alcarid. There was another behind the scenes video on Jagex's channel about the Alcarid rework, and they're saying that they're both going to be novice quests. One is going to be for members, one is going to be for free to players, and they're going to be sort of like, what's that quest called again? One piercing note. So, I mean, I wasn't really a fan of that quest, but I have to admit that they're of great quality, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Jagex is going to do there. And plus, when Alcarid is reworked, the Sorcerer's Garden, the layout is probably going to be changed as well. So that's going to be bringing the prices of herbs up a little. So if you want to invest, that's something you might want to make note of. And the last update, which is like, the other 3 updates were pretty awesome, but now this one is just like, what the fuck? They're releasing something called the Botany Bay, and as you may have seen in Mark's statement about like what's it called, microtransactions and botting, he said that there would be a bot handling system, and apparently this is going to be what the bot handling system is. So essentially what happens is that when a person is identified as a cheater, they go to this place called the Botany Bay, which is sort of like the black hole in the old RuneScape Classic, if you know what I'm talking about. And there, legitimate players can go and choose a game-ending punishment animation. So, like, one way or another, these people are going to be banned, but legitimate players can go in and choose to, like, die by fire or fall into a pit of lava or something like that. And to me, that seems really, really lame because, I mean, they've already identified these cheaters, and they're just making the legitimate players think that they're doing something about it, which, is just a huge circle jerk. And the question is Jagex even going to be able to catch actual cheaters? Because Jagex has been bragging about their incredible detection system, but as you can see from their 200 mil hunter bot span, their advanced system just seems to be manually scanning the high scores until they find a person with a random name, like, and then they know that it's a bot. And that's way too obvious. Like, even, a player like me could identify that. So I guess Jagex is going to be trying to implement a bot catching system, but I'm not sure if it's going to work because they're not even going to be. Oh wait, there's a person asking. See, everyone's asking what this cape is. So I'm not really sure what the point of that update is because it's just a huge circle jerk, and those things, it's probably dead content like everything else. So that's going to be this month's BTS, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and give it a like so that I can earn more YouTube money. Bye.